Well, good morning, guys. It's Betsy, and welcome to A Minute of Wisdom. Hope everybody's having an awesome, happy Friday so far. Hope it's dry wherever you are, because it's not so much here. I have a lake on the side of my house, and my pool is about to overflow. But other than that, it's all good. So hope everybody's having a great day. You know, I know that I have touched a little bit on this subject before, but in light of the hurricane that hit last night and the storms that are still going on outside, I thought I would just touch a little bit more on storms. We had a real doozy a little after probably 4 o'clock this morning, and it totally freaked Kara out. In fact, she crawled up behind my head and onto my pillows. Now, mind you, this is not a Chihuahua. She is an 80-pound Rottie, and she was literally shaking. You know, I think that's what we do when storms hit our lives, you know, especially those kinds that are like hurricane proportion, like illness and job loss, maybe bankruptcy or divorce or something like that. But that's when we really need to focus on God. For the longest time, I thought I had to be like this big grown-up, you know, and I thought it was almost irresponsible for me if I wasn't worrying about what was going on in my life. But that's why God tells us to cast the care over onto Him, because we weren't designed to carry that stuff. See, we've got to keep our joy in the midst of whatever is going on, because the Bible says the joy of the Lord is our strength. And if you lose your strength, you're going to lose that fight. And you got to understand that whatever you're worrying about is going to come to pass in your life. It has to. It's the law of attraction. So if you keep worrying about that job loss, the bankruptcy, the divorce, or whatever it is that's going on, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You know, that happened to me 5 years ago when my endocrine system started to crash. I got on the internet and I was looking at all these things and all the things that could happen, and started focusing on all that stuff instead of the fact that I was eating right and I was resting and I was doing the things that I should be doing. And I found myself getting worse in the beginning instead of better, because I was focusing on all the things that could happen. So you got to be careful. You know, I'm no faith guru. I really like to share the things that have happened in my life in the hopes that maybe they might help somebody. I'm actually just an imperfect person that's loved by an imperfect God who has messed up on more times than I can even count. But for some reason, even after all those mistakes, God still thinks that I'm pretty cool. You know, you might be in a storm right now. The winds might be blowing, lightning could be all around you, and you could be feeling overwhelmed. But what you got to remember is you got to focus on the one that said He would restore you and take all of your bad situations and turn them around for good. My most recent storm lasted 7 years, and it was 7 years of hell. But I got to tell you, when God restores, He restores exceeding abundantly above anything that you could ever imagine. And that's exactly what He's done for us. And you know, the only reason that I ever go back there is just so I can remember just how incredibly faithful God really is, to see the things that are so hard to see when you're in the middle of that storm, to see how He was there every step of the way. But you know what? It wasn't until I quit and gave up, until I waved that white flag and said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. That's when He really showed up. If you want to keep your mess, He'll let you keep that mess. But the faster you let go of it, the faster He'll go to work. So I encourage you today that whatever it is that's going on in your life right now, even if it's hurricane proportion, let go and let God. Hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. Take care. God bless.